Mortgage Weekly today. I'm your host, 𝗀𝗏𝗃. This is episode 122 for February 9th at 11:30, year 2023. Pretty excited here because we're talking about the best times of the year to refinance. Have you ever refinanced your mortgage? Have you done it in a particular month? Have you thought about doing your refinance in a particular month? Have you planned your refinance for a particular month? Well, we're going to be getting into that today, as well as some of the mortgage statistics and updated mortgage stats and real estate market stats right here on my podcast episode today. Make sure, feel free to share this episode with your friends and family so we can help get the information out there. Looking forward to getting this all out to you today. So, regarding refinancing, there is a best time of the month to refinance. We're going to go over that in just a second here. Depends on a lot of things always, obviously, market conditions, personal finance situation. But yes, there are three best times of the year to refinance your mortgage. And if you refinanced your mortgage before, that's not to say the month that you refinanced your mortgage was not the best time. It could have been the best time for you. However, we're taking a look at it specifically from the angle of, was it the best deal? Were the lenders the most flexible? And what sort of promotions were out there? So let's get right into it. I'll talk about these, then I'll get into some of the mortgage statistics that I go over every week here on Canadian Mortgage Weekly. Again, episode 122. Really excited for this podcast episode. So, first best time of the year to refinance would be in the first part of the year, and that would be January, February, March, those months. So actually we're in those months right now. And why do those months tend to be one of the best times to refinance your mortgage? Well, they're typically the busiest time for mortgage lenders in the mortgage industry. And at this time, mortgage lenders are just more flexible. They're looking to make deals. They're looking to attract customers because there's a lot of competition going out there. So during these three particular months of the year, January, February, March, there are a lot of promotions out there. Those promotions can include things like cashback offers, where the lender provides you a specific amount of cash deposited into your bank account with after closing, provided that the application is received during those months and it closes within those months. So that's one of the things. Another promotion that I see during these months are appraisals. The lender may rebate the appraisal fee to you, 100% of the appraisal fee, 50% of the appraisal fee, or a fixed amount. That can really add a lot of benefit to you because an appraisal can cost upwards of $500. And that is an upfront cost to the customer. Mind you, some lenders will waive the appraisal on specific properties. So if you are falling in that situation, then you might not even need an appraisal after all. Also, some lenders also offer to pay for legal fees during this time. And legal fees are due because the lawyer needs to discharge your prior existing mortgage, pay off the old lender, take money from the new lender, register the mortgage, and disperse it accordingly from there. And that can cost upwards of $2,500. So during these times, we see that benefit covered, appraisals covered, and another benefit of cashback offers. So that's typically a great time to refinance your mortgage. The second best time to refinance your mortgage, let's take a look at that now. You're probably wondering, wow, Joe, that's actually a very big time there to refinance. Well, the second best time would be the months of June, July, or August. So that is typically the summertime, the summer months. And why is it? Well, during these summer months, lenders tend to be more willing to offer competitive rates, entice customers, as it is typically a slower time for the industry. By that time, a lot of mortgages have been approved that are going to be closing in the summer. So the underwriters are more so just sitting around waiting for files to come in, whether rather in the springtime, April, May, underwriters are working hard. They don't want to see any new files. They have enough going on. So during these summer months, July, June, and August, we see the same sort of deals. We see summer promotions come out by lenders, also offering legal fees. Sometimes there's fees that are covered, like title insurance during this time. So definitely reach out during these months if you're looking to refinance and get a quote, because you never know, you might be able to get a better deal. Number 3, the third best time to refinance your mortgage. And keep in mind, it's always good to check with a mortgage professional. These aren't necessarily the best times for you. They're the best times that I see in terms of saving money and putting more money back in your pocket. So the third best time of the year would be actually the end of the year. So the fourth quarter, towards the very end of the year, November, late November, December. During this time, lenders are actually more eager to meet their year-end targets. Certain underwriters have targets to meet as well at different lenders. I know this for a fact. If you're submitting your mortgage refinance through a mortgage broker at the end of the year, these underwriters are going to make an effort to get your file approved. And they are also going to make an effort to make it good for you. They will be eager to meet their year-end targets. And because of that, these clients have more power to negotiate. And as a mortgage broker, I have much more leeway, I find, during this time of year to actually negotiate with a lender, an underwriter, as to what terms are offered, what rates are offered. And my clients are usually very satisfied from that, as I'm able to negotiate better terms and better rates for them. So those are the 3 best times of the year to refinance from the perspective of getting the best deal. However, it's important to note that while these months may offer competitive opportunities to secure the best mortgage terms, the best time to refinance, ultimately, it does depend on your personal financial circumstances and the current state of the market. Sometimes that can really play into whether it is the best time for you as the client to refinance. So that's why it's always important and recommended to speak to a mortgage broker or financial advisor as to determine whether or not it is the best time to refinance for you. So those are the 3 best times to refinance here on Canadian Mortgage Weekly. Let's take a look at some refinance rates right now here. As you see, I have a refinance illustration right here, extracting the most possible equity from your $900,000 property here in this example. That would allow us to increase your mortgage to $720,000 with a lender. And at current market rates, if you took a fixed rate, your monthly payment will be $3,950.70. Looking bi-weekly, you're looking at $1,823.40. That's based on a 30-year amortization at a 5-year fixed rate. Obviously, the rates can change. These are as of today. If you're looking at buying a home, there's a little bit of a different rate offered as a purchase mortgage. As you see, the rate is lower when you don't refinance, but rather purchase. Lenders do tend to offer way better promotions on the purchase side, so you're looking at a better rate. So say this is a first-time home buyer, you're looking at a monthly payment of $2,679.40 and a biweekly payment of $1,236.67. All right. What are fixed rates determined by? Well, they are largely determined by the 5-year bond yield here in Canada. As you see, the bond yield did peak in the summer. This is a 6-month graph. We are taking a look at the last sort of 4 months. The bond yield has been trending down, actually. The black line shows us the trend. Right now, the bond yield is sitting currently at 3.191%. This is much lower than the high point of around 3.9% here. We did hit in the summertime, summertime, early fall there. So as the bond yield continues to drop, we will see fixed rates continue to drop as well. Curious to see, do you guys think that fixed rates will continue to drop? I'm not sure. I don't have a crystal ball. However, as I've seen the Bank of Canada continue to raise rates into the end of 2022 and the start of 2023, I have seen fixed rates drop. So continuing on, we have the inflation rate for Canadian inflation sitting at 6.3%. Still quite a high rate of inflation that we're seeing here in Canada as the Bank of Canada tries to battle inflation by raising the prime rate. So as you see, we peaked out at 8.1% in June of 2022, and we're currently sitting at 6.3%. Now, the Canadian inflation market does follow the American inflation market quite closely. And as you see, United States also peaked out at 9.1% in June of 2022, and currently sitting at 6.5% for the United States inflation rate. We'll have new inflation numbers out sometime next week. Looking forward to update you all on that. Now, the CDOR rate, also, it's been trending up all 2022 with a topping out here actually at the just over 5%. We are now looking at a CDOR rate just under 5%, sitting at 4.99%. That's as of yesterday. And what I like to do is look at the variance that the CDOR rate presents to prime. And as you see, the variance is 1.71%. I'm looking for this figure to be 2 or over. So I'll continue to watch this here on Canadian Mortgage Weekly. It's really refreshing to see this CDOR rate start to trend down. I'm not sure if this trend will continue. Again, I don't have a crystal ball. What do you guys think? Do you think that the CDOR rate will continue to trend down? It's just starting to. Perhaps this is the top of the interest rate market. So take a look at prime rate. Prime rate is the rate that variable mortgages are compared to. So say if you get a variable rate mortgage today, typically your lender will give you a discount to the prime rate. Prime rate currently sitting at 6.7%. As you see, it's been raised up quite significantly in 2022. Say if you took a mortgage at prime -1, then your rate will be 5.7% because it'll be 6.7% minus 1%. So we're going to be tracking this. We got the next rate announcement coming up. And when is that coming up? Well, the next rate announcement is actually coming up on March the 8th of 2023. That's the next Bank of Canada announcement. It's going to be happening at 10 a.m. Join me here. I'll be doing a special episode on March the 8th here on Canadian Mortgage Weekly. We'll be doing a pre-rate show and live rate announcement. Currently, the overnight rate sits at 4.5%, and it increased 25 basis points at the last rate announcement. Now, this has really been affecting housing prices. As the rates have been going up, houses prices have been going down. So where are house prices sitting at currently? Currently, we're down 1% as of the most recent figures at $626,318. So with the house price sitting there, looks like it's sort of flatlined the last few months, because we did see the bottoming out at around August of 2022. And since then, house prices have moved just slightly in either direction, a little bit up, a little bit down, but no more than 1 or 2% in either direction since August of 2022. What are your thoughts? Have the house prices bottomed out? I know that in 2022, Canada had over 800,000 new immigrants come into the country and apply for their permanent residency status. So with almost 1 million new residents, that's going to put a huge pressure on the market. And those folks loved to buy their new home. So whenever someone comes to Canada, they want to buy their new home as quickly as possible. And those families are really going to be pushing demand going forward. So looking at what we have here, $626,318. Let's keep tabs on this. We'll have new numbers out next week sometime from CREA, the Canadian Real Estate Association, and I'll be reporting them here on Canadian Mortgage Weekly, Canada's only weekly video mortgage news podcast. So thanks for watching today. for episode 122. I am Joe Bladek, your host, your local Ontario mortgage broker. To book an appointment with me, all you need to do is click in the link in the video description below. You'll be taken to my personal calendar where you can then schedule an appointment directly with me. We can meet over Zoom, WhatsApp, text, phone call, Skype, whatever is your preference. They are all there. And I would love to take a look at if it's the best time to refinance for you this month or next month or any month of the year, and seeing your financial situation. I've been in the business now going on 13 years and looking forward to looking at your mortgage today. My name is Joe Bladek, and we'll see you